Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday morning to you, or Friday evening if you're on the other side of the world. Welcome, welcome to today's, this morning's, my time, messages of love from above. Hope you had an amazing week. And I'm excited, as always, to see what Spirit wants to bring in for us. Let me get my desktop all set up and we'll get into it. Like I said, I hope you've had a great week full of wonderful, beautiful moments. And we'll get going here. All right. Just scooch some other things around here. Give you some more room. There we go. And yep, YouTube says we're live, so I trust them. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, Supernova. Welcome, everybody. So good to see you all. And before we get into all the readings and stuff, of course, we want to send some beautiful love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I welcome it. Whether you're watching live right now or even on replay, we can join outside of space and time. And as we join in our unconditional love energy together, we actually multiply it out to the world. So it counteracts, when one of us does it, it counteracts a million people having lower vibrational energy of fears, which there's a lot of that going on around right now. So we can make a difference and help balance the scale of all that energy. So if we just take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, in this moment. And as I hit the singing bowl, I'll hit it 3 times. And as we do that, just allow that love to fill us up like a singing bowl. It flows down, fills us up, and then flows out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. We'll let it finish its little song back there as it continues to go for a little bit. All right. So, just a couple quick announcements before we jump in. Of course, happy Scorpio full moon coming up here on the 23rd, which is next Tuesday. But we did have the pick a card that came out this week. And the pick a card talks about what hidden secret about your shared resources does the full moon whisper to you. And there's also information on there. Mercury goes direct on April 25th. So we have the 411 on the post shadow also mentioned in the video there. Last Sunday, every Sunday, we put out a new podcast episode on my podcast From Chaos to Cozy, which is all about our journey. We come from cozy down to this chaos. And once have experienced enough raw, full-blown chaos, we start our journey back to cozy. So there's some great stuff in there. Episode 10, this one last Sunday, was The Power of No. And there's the playlist link there too, if you want to catch up on any of those things there. We're still being impacted, of course, by the eclipse. So if you haven't checked out my eclipse alert, we're 4 to 6 weeks at the minimum. were impacted by the eclipse energy. So that talks about how to make the most of the energy. And there's a wonderful pick a card that comes with that. And then also, we're like in the middle of Mercury retrograde, which I'd mentioned ends next week. But this video talks about retrogrades in general, and I'm calling it astrological Zenergy, which is becoming aware of the some big influences of different astrological energies that spirit nudges me to talk about. And so it talks about retrogrades in general, which with pre shadows and post shadow, we spend about half our life in retrogrades. But this one zeroes in on Mercury retrograde and also Saturn retrograde, which we're in the pre shadow of. So it's influencing us already too. So some good information there. And we had put out a Taurus season pick a card early, but today is the movement into Taurian energy. So happy Taurus season to everyone. There's pick a cards for all of us, but happy birthday to all you Taurian sun babies. There's a special 3-month bonus birthday reading for all of you. So be sure to check those out. And on Monday, we put out the May monthly readings. They're back. So here's the playlist we have for each individual zodiac sign. And then there's also an overall astrological energy, kind of a big picture, high in the sky view of the some of the important astrological energies. So you can take a look at those. So that is it, I think. I think that's enough, right? So let's get into the readings. Let me just scooch some stuff over here a little more. Excuse me. So today I'll be using this new Animal Guides Tarot by Radley Valentine. I love it. So we will be using those cards. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, um, welcome, first of all. Hello, hello. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, right? And how the free readings work is we go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. There's no like special list. The chat is the list. And you just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you just put general reading. And Spirit knows what you're wanting. We'll pull cards for that. I usually pull like a card or two for those readings, but if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those. I step out of the free readings. I dive deeper, pulling more cards for those too. And then I return back to the free readings and make my way down. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat, or in the description box of the video, it lists my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square as well. So whatever you want to do. And there's no fixed dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet, if any aliens are watching. Just has to be able to be traded with US currency, right? But that's what they have coming in there. So that's how it all works. So we will get started. I do have a few donations, so we will jump into those. Hey, Patty. Welcome to the Zen Cricket. Good to have you here. Let's see. And we have some shout out to at least one other YouTube channel member. Johanna Urison is also one of my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green with badges. So all these donations, all of these YouTube memberships, all those who purchase any of my services that are listed in the description box of the video, they are all the ones that help me continue to do what I do. This is what I do full time in my life, offering all the free content I do and doing these live readings too. I am living my dream. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And thanks for all the thumbs up too. That does help the channel grow, and it's something everyone can do. It's absolutely free. So thank you guys for that. You're part of the love tsunami, as I say. All right. So let's get into it. My first donation up here is from Johanna. Actually did two of them here. So thank you for your dual donation. Let's give the first one some love and a like there. And hey, So you bumped into S, and you wanna know how are the vibes? You feel like it's fresh. All right. Let's give these a shuffle. All right. And let's see what Spirit has for you here. What do they want you to know here about the vibes between you and S here? Okay. I'll do it those. Oh, okay. So let's see what we have here. All right. So you do have here the Four of Earth, or Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles, the Calico Cat, and the Squirrel. You know, it's interesting the energy of the animals here that cats chase after squirrels, and there's this little, it's not cat and mouse, it's cat and squirrel. Squirrels have a better chance at surviving than the mice do. And I like this kind of energy that's coming in here. It's very grounded in the outside world. Um, I do feel like here there is this. I don't know. It's playful. That's a good word for it. It's a playful energy. It's a playful vibe, um, and it's mainly external though. You know, I don't see here in these other ones that it's emotions and super attraction at this point, because you have this also the hermit card and the two of air. So the two of swords, right, which is the battle between the head and the heart, and then the hermit, which is about alone time and being there. So it's still in this journey where I feel like this is, well, I mean, well, you're always in a reflection, so it would always apply to you. But I feel like they are in this kind of battling going on in their world. And so I don't feel like they're emotionally or even passionately available right now with this energy. Um, Let me see if I can grab these. There we go. Because you also have, again, another external card here with the Two of Pentacles. And I love this cat. Let's see if it'll focus in. Meow. But so we've got, the Star card and the Two of Pentacles. So this is about, the Star card can be a card of balance as well. And I feel like that's what's coming in here more with this, because of the Two of Earth is also this balancing energy. Normally, the Star card, actually, I think they do have seven. Well, they have additional stars on here. Yeah, they do. They have seven stars up there. See if we can get it to focus. But yeah, there it is. So the big star, but there's seven small stars, which represent your chakras, which is the balancing energy. So I feel like there's just a lot of balancing that's happening there, but more cat and mouse and playful energy and vibes there. Um, but I still feel like they're in this, inner, um, reflection type of, energy that's happening there. All right. So I feel like that's what they just want you to know for right now. And just continue to trust and balance, your inner self too, regarding that specific situation anyway. All right. So that is what they have for you there. So thank you for your first donation. And then the second one here, let's give that some love and a like there. And question two, you want to know, what is Spirit's advice for the triangle shaped situation you have in your life? All right. Getting flashes of life is a circle. It was from some old comedy movie. I can't remember what it is, but they're saying life is a circle. It's not a triangle, it's a circle. So let's see what we have here. We got quite a few cards. 3211. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So third party or three triangle goes into two, and then it goes into individual 1 1. So it's like there's this, even before seeing what these cards are, the energy is about kind of a deconstruction of the triangle. It's, becoming like one side gets removed and there's just two sides and then the two sides. So it feels like the three sides are breaking off one at a time, to bring it down to individual type of energy. Let's see what comes in here though. Yeah. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune first out of the three cards, which there is this energy here of, whatever unfolds is always for us, right? And so we trust that life is bringing us the perfect moments and the perfect, events and unfoldings. But there's also this, sometimes our human is like, how can that be for me? But, this says that you eventually see that the eradication or the dismantling of the triangle, um, that you're like, okay, yeah, this is for me. You have the Nine of Fire, which is the gazelle, Nine of Wands energy. And in this particular one, I do want to read the gazelle. I haven't read any of the others, but it says, you've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. Yeah, so that makes sense with that other one coming in. And you do have the Seven of Air. The Seven of Air, Seven of Swords is this, thievery. It's becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs that have, you know, cheated us out of opportunities and stolen from us. But there's also this, with the combination of all this and with the subject matter, it is also this discovery of some deception, some, when people are deceiving themselves, then they tend to deceive others too because they're feeling the need to protect and that. So there is some deception that's coming in here. And I feel like that might be a little bit of the what breaks up this kind of triangle situation. It's just like there's some communication that is kept from each other and everyone discovers something when it's like, okay, and I feel like that kind of happens. Let's see what happens. Here comes the two cards, which will tell us more about what causes the one to break off and the two to remain for a short period of time. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Got the King of Fire, the King of Wands, and the Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles. Being true to the authentic self, a miniature poodle dog. The lion eats the little poodle. But there's this energy of someone is, yeah, it says the King of Fire even says at the top, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, but wise. And so there is this energy of this fiery personality that wants to take control of things. But this is what happens. This is why it goes down to two, because one out of the three decides, I want to be me and my unique self. I don't want to try to, be what I think everyone wants me to be. So I'm choosing what I want, and and I feel like someone chooses to walk away because they do want to be true to their authentic selves, right? I look at that. They want the blue ribbon. They want to win, and they don't feel like this is a winning situation for them. So it does end up breaking up here. And then the two cards separate by themselves. Yeah. So one is the Knight of Earth, slowest moving knight out of them all. But there is someone who's trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. I love that. With the seahorse here in the crown, it just feels like, there was an individual that, has this type of energy. I kind of feel like this is probably more you, out of all three of them. And there is this energy of being true to your authentic self, and that you want to be this trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny person. That's like, I feel like that's who you are. But and you're very patient with this Knight of Earth because it, takes a long time. But there's also this, energy of, um the quest for self-worth that comes in. And I find the other person is the 8 of air, the bunting, and they are also released and set free here, um, which is all right. So I do feel like that it's one of the other two that head away because I feel like you're patient and you kind of go with the flow and like you said, you're just kind of you dedicate and all that and here we go, right? It's like zoop. But then the other one, it just the 8 of swords is like you know, becoming aware of our own thoughts. That blinded us, bound us, and kept us trapped and then, I feel like it's mutual where it's like, yeah, you were like willing to just wait and see if they ever like evolved. I feel like but there's this, okay, and you're okay with it. Again, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like in the end, you're like, all right, I learned a lot and I see how this is better for me in the long run and even in the short run for you too. So that's what they have for that, Johanna. So interesting. I love those three to 2 to 1 1. It's like again the dismantling of the triangle. So that's what's coming in, and many blessings to you. Thank you again for your dual donations there. And we'll scroll down here. So up next, we got Supernova with your first sticker. So thank you for your donation and your vibe sticker. And so question one is, what do you need to know right now? Right now. All right. And then just for everyone else, just to know where we're at, Sen will be up next, and then two more Supernova, boom, boom. And then Shay, you'll be in there too with your PayPal. And then we'll jump back to Supernova for looks like three. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your multiple donations. And then Crow's Nest, you'll be up after that. All right. Hey, Jashan. Welcome to another one of my YouTube channel members. Hello, hello. All right. So let's take a look here, Supernova, and see what do you need to know right now. Let's shuffle here and let's see what we got. What do you need to know right now? Right now. Okay. All right. So those there. All right. So the bottom of the deck is showing you here they call it the Unity card, which is the Hierophant in the major arcana with the Border. And this is about your that your higher self, your soul, the powerful, supernatural, eternal you is pulling you upward, upward, upward to really gain clarity around what the capital T truths are of who you are, what you want to achieve, who you want to be with, who you don't want to be with. Just a lot of clarity. And I like that for you. And let's see, you have 5 cards. So you have the Unity number 5, and then you have 5 cards. Let's see what they are here. Okay. You do have the Temperance card here with the zebra. Yeah, Temperance. And this is, it says by merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. So I felt to read that to you. But this goes right in alignment with that Unity card. It's the black and white. Things are becoming very distinct, lower vibrational, higher vibrational. Your soul, your higher self is drawing you to see things from a higher perspective, which does make it, very distinct between the black and white, like with the zebra, right? And so you're able to go, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. And 1 + 4 is 5. So this number of change and clarity is definitely coming in here for you, right? Right. What dating? No, oh my God. Well, we'll see. Yeah, 3 of Earth. So this one just came out a little bit ago. The miniature poodle, which is the 3 of Pentacles, being true to your authentic self. So there is this authenticity that's coming in with all of this. clarity about who you want to be, not being drawn off by old ways of, we're all taught as children praise and punishment. So we tend to get taken off our path. Punishment and the individuals that blow up, and after a while we're like, yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We don't allow them to come into like our inner sanctum, right? And there's this the one that usually the people that support us, they are more likely to take us off our path because we don't want them to take away their support and join the naysayers, the bubble bursters, those punishers. But this Three of Pentacles is just a reminder of, be true to the authentic you, and you're so supported by, all of those, individuals, right? So I do like that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we got the Two of Air, the Two of Swords. So, there is this energy here of, clarity that comes in with the Two of Air. And this has to do with, every moment we make choices, right, with our brain on the thoughts, the stories that we put to everything. And here's this division again coming in where, we're taught when this thing happens, this is what it means. Here's the story that goes with that. Oh, someone hangs up on me or cusses me out or yells something as they're driving by in a car. Oh, that's supposed to anger me. And it's like, no, that just, that's what I'm taught. And maybe I have a reaction, but I can change it to go, that's about them. And I have the power of the story, right? And you get to choose the story. So I like that coming in here. And so there was one, two, three, and then two cards that were like this, and we'll see what these are together here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there could be some great you know, energy coming in here. We've got the King of Fire and the Queen of Fire. So they are, divine counterparts. They both co-rule over fire. So, it is about action and movement and, taking action more and more on the clarity of things. I feel it really comes in here because like these represent characteristics that can make them, this is part of the authentic you, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, wise. That's the King of Fire. And then the Queen of Fire is talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. So you have this combination of these two together with your divine masculine and feminine energy within you. But it also can mean, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it does have to do with there's this, especially, didn't one of these talk about, yeah, collaboration with the zebra, that there is someone that has this matching energy that you do meet. It's part of the choosing who you're around and what you're hanging around, and getting out of your hermit mode a little bit. I know that's definitely spirit. That would not be me. I am a hermit, so that would be like the pot calling the kettle black, as they say, right? So I would never push a hermit out into the world. But for you, they do want you to just spend a little more time connecting to individuals in the outside world, because that is where you find this divine counterpart with a lot of the same energies that you really work well off each other with those energies. I know, right? No judgment from this fella. So I know, right? Fine. Fine. But it's not like you have to become 99% non-hermit. You can do 10%. Ease yourself into it. Don't don't break yourself. But I like that. So those are the vibes coming in right now, some clarity around that. And that's what they need you to know right now. So that is for your first question. We'll back to your other ones here momentarily. Again, thank you for your sticker and your donation. And Sen, thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like since it lets me here. And he wanted to know, will you and Isabel reconcile? An energy check-in. Let's take a look here and see what is happening here. So will you and Isabel reconcile? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about the energies of that based on what is happening now? Okay. So the energy on the bottom of the deck you have is the moon card. So there is a bit of secrecy, a bit of lot of stuff happening below the surface here too. And I like it. It says it's important to trust your intuition with the links, but it says even if you're unsure of what's happening, all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. So um, of course, we'll look at the cards that came out here. But you know, you'll find out here really soon a resolution to this situation, which can be, you know, oh yeah, reconciliation. That could be one option. The other could be like there's either situations and events that make you go, "Okay, I don't wanna be back together," which can be you discover some things, some hidden things come about, and you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah. So, I see why that we're not gonna be together," and it's you being okay with that. Or you're like, "Who's that?" And you're like, "Isabel who?" Well, let's take a look here. So you got 1, 1, you got 1 card, 1 card, 1 card. 2 cards, 1 card. Let's see what this story is unfolding here. Okay. Now I wanna cheat. I wanna see it all. I wanna see it all. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, the first card up is the Queen of Water, which again, she is very much an intuitive, and so the Moon card and the Queen of Water work so well together. Um, and this is about trusting your intuition, trusting your and this isn't your heart, your human heart, this is the gut, trusting the gut, right? Because right after it, the other card that was up is the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Pentacles. I like the cow. Some of these cards are just, I love their animal energy. But this is the Seven of Pentacles is changing direction. Part of it is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but there's also with the Seven of Pentacles this energy of look at the fruit growing on the tree, and you're like, really, kumquats? Why did I buy a kumquat tree or bush, whatever they come on? And you're like, that's not really what I want. I want avocado tree because I want guacamole. So it's about changing of path, and I see that here because you also have the King of Water. This is the one that was this way. So not only do you have divine counterparts coming in here together, which is someone who is more like you, but this King of Water also has this energy of, um, this it's one of my cards here of like it is divine counterpart with both of those cards coming out. But by itself, it's a compatibility card of someone so compatible, like so much great fun things in common. And it is like one of my cards of like who we would see as the perfect partner. We're just 90% get along and there's only 10% you know uh growing pains, whereas usually it's 50-50 in a lot of relationships, right? It just feels very compatible here. And I do see here that you do have the Eight of Water with the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups here. The Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind those emotions that no longer serve you, leaving behind relationships that no longer serve you. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, there is this, energy of new opportunity opening up, brand new opportunity. It's not a heightened one like a Page of Pentacles would be. Ace is like a brand new opportunity. And the other card on the end is the Emperor, which the Emperor card, the energy of Aries is about new beginnings. Sorry, I don't know why they suddenly wanted to not focus in. But it is this beautiful energy of choosing. And the Emperor means you choose, right? And you're deciding, what you want and putting form around it and you taking action. Which with all of this, with that being the last card with everything that was coming in here, um, I do feel like it's when I said, there's resolution that comes soon, but I feel like there's hidden things that come to light that make you go, you know what? Um, Maybe there is someone like, that's more my divine counterpart, because I do feel like this is what all this means. And you realize there's a lot of things that are not here, with Isabel, that with this other person that comes your way, is, you know, uh, it just, you deserve to be with someone like you that's willing to commit and communicate and all of that. That's why this person's more compatible, is that they understand. It's like your love languages are the same, and you have so much in common that things that used to be battles between you and Isabel are just something that binds you and brings you closer together with this other individual that's coming into your life. So hopefully that helps, and I like that for you. I know it's difficult, when we have our heart love someone, but our heart is like a little puppy. Whoever has the treat, it'll go to. That's funny. That's your spirit guides. They're like, it's okay. Your heart will go, what's that? Run, 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 go ran over there, and you're just like, seriously? I thought you were mine, but it's like, nope, it runs over there. And so it will feel, because it's you choosing, it's not, um, something that's being done. You're like, okay, I am done with that. And I'm releasing that and I'm moving into a new direction. So I like it for you, Sen. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Supernova, we will have do two more of yours, and then Shay Shay, you'll be up after that. So we're to the poopa, the poopy emoticon, which will be your question. Is it question two? Did we only do one question? Yeah, we did. So question two. So you were thinking about performing at pubs and bars and cafes. Oh my. And what does Spirit Guides have to say about it? All right. Yeah, that feels you're welcome, son. What was this, Supernova? You might as well break your bones at that point? Oh, you mean 90%, going out in the world and 10% was that was about? Let's take a look here. I know, right? I'm gonna what was it? The movie Misery, where she hobbled him with breaking his ankles so he couldn't run. I'm gonna hobble myself, go, "I can't go." You're so funny. So, let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So, what does Spirit think about you? Okay. All right. I thought I heard, yeah, I thought I felt community coming up here. Yeah. So it is um a supported here. The bottom of the deck, you have, they call it ego, which is the devil card in the standard tarot with the Siamese cat. And it says, you may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but it's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So, and even have the nine of wands underneath that, which the gazelle is about taking action and about movement. And that is supported here too, which I'll show you here in a sec. It's just getting beyond the why, remembering your why, I feel like is an important foundation of it all is okay, I'm not doing it to be seen, I'm doing it to share, right? And as long as it's that, otherwise the ego will take it into a, but it's making sure of that here. You got two sets of cards, and it's hilarious, which we'll laugh about here in a sec. You got the three of water, which represents your community. Here's you buzzing around with some other individuals. And the Knight of Fire movement card coming in here. I love dolphins. So you definitely, it's sharing your passion with the Knight of Fire. So it's very supported with that. Again, what we're talking about, the gazelle is all about, it says, um, going, zipping and moving past this barrier that's holding you back, right? It's the first fear of sharing. But when we share, when we're going about it, not worrying about what people think and not doing it um, for ourselves and attention or whatever the ego wants, right? When we're doing it from the heart and sharing our passion, we're okay with whatever result happens because we're not doing it for a result. We're doing it to express our happiness and the joy of what we do. So it's like, yeah, I don't care what, if people clap or people pay attention or whatever, it's like I'm just doing it. And then the three of water is you do meet doing that and getting out there again, is very supported because that's what you're talking about just a moment ago, right? It's where you meet your community. You start meeting your music community because you might even do something where there's multiple people. Like, you have each of you have a half hour or an hour or something, and you meet someone as you're, you know, packing up or setting up and the other person's packing up. Actually, that's what they're showing me. The three of you. There's someone that's packing up that you're talking to while you're setting up. And then as you're leaving and you're packing up, someone else is getting prepared and you get to meet each other and you're like, um, you develop these kind of relationships. So I see that here. And it is very much supported. It's so hilarious that we actually do get the Hermit card right along with the Seven of Fire. We get the Seven of Wands, which is being in the spotlight, right? So it's necessary to get out there and shine bright. And I like the Firefly. Usually the Hermit is, showing, a hermit carrying a lantern that gets guidance. But I love the lantern here, being a bright light. And it's important for you to step out into the light, the spotlight, to be seen and to be able to share what you're wanting to share, but it also allows you to meet important people in your life. So very supported um, for that. So you can just ease your way into it. And, when we're living our dream, we have less fear, because again, we're not attached to an outcome. We're just expressing ourselves, shining bright, and wherever the light lands is where it lands, and then back home to hermit mode to recharge for the next gig, right? I love that. Yeah, doing it to show your pattern. I mean, your passion. Beautiful. I love that. So that is for the poopy emoticon there for question 2. So thank you for that donation and for your third one coming up here, which is the wink wink, which will be question number 3 coming in here. Right. And then Shay Shay, you'll be up next. And then Supernova, boom, 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 your next 3 questions. All right. So messages from Kurt. He always has good messages, don't he? And things to say. He never fails at that. That is so true. So let's take a look here and see what does Kurt want you to know right now. What does Sir Sassy is going to call him? Sir Sass a lot. What does he want you to know here? All right. Wow. So, bottom of the deck, we've got the dreamer, the fool's card, the jumping into a new adventure, right? Um, without expectations, looking at it as a journey. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. So I like that they're encouraging you to jump in here. And it's interesting. You got 5 cards here, which you have 1 card and then plus plus. And it's like 1 plus what? Plus what? It just feels like there's this addition. You start a beginning and then you add on another and then add on another. Okay, I see what it is. So step 1 into this dream is the first card. Look, it's great that there's a shepherd puppy and then there's a rescue dog, mixed breed. And with the 6 of fire, the 6 of wands is victory. It is being set up above. It is supported, right? And it talks to here, even in the card itself. You may receive a promotion, which is, being seen, and find that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention. Excuse me. So I like that. There's this movement, and they're saying they're supporting, and you are seen, even though the humans may not be recognizing it. Kurt recognizes it, and he's like the spokesperson right now for all of your spiritual posse since you're wanting to talk to them. They're all saying, "Make sure you tell her. Make sure you tell her we're all proud of her and we see everything and she's supported and we're cheering her on." And so I feel like this first step is to know that you have done so much and you deserve to shine bright and step out and go into this dream. The dreamer, literally, the dreamer card. So I like that. So realizing it and recognizing it truly, okay, I get it up here, but let it seep into your heart. Just take a moment to take a deep breath and realize you're surrounded by a multitude of individuals that are cheering. It's like you're in a spiritual karaoke bar, but you're singing your own songs and playing your own music, and they're all supporting of what you're doing. So I love that. And then the next wow, yeah. And then the next one is a movement of emotion. So allowing your emotion to flow. You got page of water, the page of cups, and the knight. So you got both of these that come after one another here. And I like this energy of here's sensitivity, kindness, open-hearted, and inexperienced. That's the page. But then you move into the movement of the water, which is, sharing the deep emotions with others. So it is allowing your emotions to flow. It's such an important piece of sharing it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you know that there's multitudes of invisible beings. You're never, ever, ever alone. And, as you you if you hold out in a cave, people don't see you, but once you get out into the world, then you are seen. People do see you. And though it might feel um a little exhausting at first, it's okay. You'll get used to it and you learn, like we talked about, putting up your empathic bubble and how you send energy out. This is what this page of water and night of water is. When you're playing your music, allowing the emotional energy to flow out of you, to share the experience, right? So that's stage 2 that they want you to make sure you're aware of. You're seeing you deserve to be out there. Once you get out there, it'll take just a little bit of time for you to let down your walls and share your emotion. You'll be sharing your music and your words of your songs, but the emotion, the heart is kind of protecting itself a little bit until it feels it can, send this energy out, and share your emotion. So that's an important piece of it there too. Yeah, and again, wow, and we put these cards back in and they came back out. 7 of wands and the 3 of water. So they want you to know one, so the 3 of water represents, your spiritual posse. That's with the 6 of fire. But here is as you go out into the world, and here's like answering your question, right? Your community, your individuals that you get to know is with you stepping out and like the sun shining bright, not dimming your light and allowing yourself to have that. So they're very much encouraging you to do and step out, because then, obviously, um, feeling that you're never seen. They're like, when you get out there, you will be seen and you're going to find your supportive community, both in fans who love what you play and how you play it, but also other fellow musicians that help support you and on your journey. If they've been doing it for longer, they'll give you hints and invite you to things, and kind of some of them will take you under their wing a little bit. That's funny, 3 hummingbirds, but just be careful under their wing because they don't get beat up by their wings, right? That's funny, that's a joke. Kurt's cracking a joke. So, I like that. It's a very positive message there. So I like that, I like it, I like it. So that's what Kurt wants you to know right now. And then we'll come back to your other 3 questions here. But first, we're going to jump over to Shay Shay. And thank you for your donation on the PayPal. So let's take a look here, Shay Shay. Let's shuffle the cards up here and get a quick sip of coffee here. And we will take a look at your questions here. Yeah, Spirit has unconditional love for us. All this posse, they're just like so happy for us. Hey, Shay. All right. So let's take a look at your 2 questions. Okay. So the responded. All right. But he messages back and then leaves online and hasn't been back since. Is he not interested? You're in your head. Hey, it's a safe place for you to be, right? It's where you grew up. So let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So overall, the energy that's going on between the 2 of you, you do have, the Knight of Fire, which is, movement of passion. It is passionate, charismatic, confident, restless. And underneath that, there is the 2 of Cups, the lovebirds. So there is this energy of that underneath the surface here. It's a battlefield in there, right? So those are the energy underneath the deck. So let's take a look here. Is he interested? Okay. 2 major arcana happening here. So we've got the balance and we've got the ego going on here. So this does feel like they're going through a lot of, energy that's happening here with the temperance card and the devil card. So there is this energy, where they're um, working things out within themselves, right? And so I feel like that's a bit of what's happening, because underneath the lovebirds is the 9 of air, the 9 of swords, which excuse me, are their fears, and underneath that we do have the hanged man. Love the giraffe, which is the awakening and the transformation. So, with the 14 and the 15, the zebra and the Siamese cat, with the temperance and the balancing, and the Saturn Capricorn energy of the devil card of number 15, which is all about, them working themselves out on the inside, right? Yeah. So they're going through this stuff. So, that they are they interested? Yeah. We got the two of water, we got the knight of fire. They're attracted, um, energetically and physically and romantically. They can see that with the two of water, but everything else is just so, you know, as they say in the military, foobarred. You have to look that up. Foobar, Fubar. It's something something beyond all recognition. Effed up. And it's there. And my brother was in the military. I wasn't. That's why I learned it. But there's like this, you know, shaking and rattling where they're just like, oh my gosh, so much going on. So that's why they jump on, off onto trying to recover from all this shaking and rattling that's going on in their life here. And we'll take a look at these other ones here. Um, so is there another? Oh wow, how funny! I didn't see that there was three questions. You got three little cards, so that's hilarious and so perfect. So number one, is there another person? We've got the Empress here, and it's funny. There is another person. It's their mom. So when we're like, "Is this love?" He's a mama's boy. Well, I don't know if he's a mama's boy. I just feel like this mother energy coming in here, is strong. So, there is a lot, to go on with that, right? Um, and the Empress card is about nurturing their own selves too. So themselves is the other person, but also their mama. I feel like there's a lot of things that she's demanding right now in her life, and she needs his help, and that's always tells you something how, because of that relationship. So they definitely have this new birthing. They're of the other person is their mom, the other half is themselves. So they're really focusing in on that, right now. And then should you back off? Let's take a look here. Is it for your highest to back off? There's never any shoulds, right? Well, have the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Don't be a female dog. That's funny. But the 10 of Pentacles is this, is the your guides are very, blunt to you, I know, right? You're like, "Tell me about it." But the 10 of Pentacles is one of my relationship cards, so and it's kind of has this it's worth the wait, you know, in the golden retriever. So, what does this say on the bottom here? Yeah, it's about ancestors and stuff. But I like this energy, yeah, that they do. And that they're saying, well, no, there's great possibilities of being in a relationship. It's one of the relationship cards, a full life. So, you know, um, they're not saying, no, no, you don't have to back off, and then let's see what he's thinking here. What's the final card here about what he's thinking? Yeah. Page of Pentacles, new opportunities, that they are looking for, like I feel like future opportunities. So they do see that here, right? Cheerful, reliable, intelligent, mischievous. Yeah, a wonderful opportunity related to either work or education, promotion, scholarship. There's this new wonderful opportunity coming your way. So seize the chance to learn something exciting or start a more rewarding and uplifting career. So I feel like what they're thinking, this is all about their stuff, right? Ah, very cool. Yeah. So I feel like they are, with this page of Earth, they have so many opportunities and they're looking for it. And so, what he's thinking in general, he's looking at his life and he's like, all right, he's looking past this wreckage of after this tsunami hit his life, and he's looking at what he wants and where it will hold and what the new opportunities are as he's cleaning stuff up. So that's why he jumps in and then jumps out to clean up more. Jumps in, jumps back to clean up more. Jumps in, jumps back to clean up more. Eventually it'll be cleaned up and he'll be able to, move forward with it. So it feels very positive. I don't feel like there's any, run for your life or anything in it. I feel like it's, a good opportunity for growth for both of you. So it feels very supported. I know, right? Boom, boom. And I feel like I'm going to pull from the Angels and Auras Oracle. Yeah, just very distracted. So something you can look at too is, do you feel interested in yourself, right? Because some of the energy we see from the outside world has to do with ourselves, right? So we can take a look at that, what's going on there. Hey, Crow's Nest. I'm actually with Shay Shay right now, and I do believe I saw you here. So just to get everyone caught up, kind of with where we're at on the donations. I've got after Shay Shay, I have 3 for Supernova, and then Crow's Nest. So you'll be up after that, and then Swaroop Bobby, Jeep, back to Nova, and then Danielle. So we have a little list going. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate you all. Whoops. So let's take a look here. Yeah. So here is your card here. You've got Archangel Uriel with red, card number 11. And you're funny. This is about emotions, healing, devotion, and integrated. The shadow energy is apathetic, wounded, unfulfilled, and divided. So let's take a look here. You're so funny. Crack me up. Card number 11. So that's maybe that's synchronistic to you. It says, as we mentioned in the introduction of this book, there are multiple systems that associate color with particular angels. While it says, I, Rad, primarily work with the one where Uriel displays as gold or yellow. There's another system that views Uriel as red. What was fascinating to us is that Uriel works very well with both colors. Beyond powerful epiphanies, Uriel is also known as the archangel of emotional healing, the kind of healing that could lead to the empowered transformation of one's life. Uriel can assist in recovering from emotional trauma from the past or the present. The color red is defined as our emotions and emotional exchange with the world. For anyone who feels deeply, red allows us to manage our energy exchange with others. And when present in the aura, this person is a healer of sorts. They lead with their heart and always want to connect through intimacy and sacred community. The shadow message that comes with this says it can mean that someone is emotionally shut down from the world. It can represent depression or a lack of connection with those around them, or even an inability to connect with their own emotions. Uriel can assist you in healing and thereby help you to forge a path back to joy and love. And if that doesn't resonate for you, possibly that is for the other. The shadow side of red is a powerful messenger. You may be experiencing a heavy heart or even lethargy. Now is the time for emotional inventory and catharsis. Journaling your heavier thoughts will allow red to move through your heart and make room for support as well as healthy boundaries. You always see 1111. Yeah. So I thought that might be significant for you there. But I love that message there for you. Yeah. Journaling, yeah, definitely helps, right, Nova? So I feel like there's some, reflection in there if the red and connecting with, guardian angel Uriel to help you understand anything within your own heart. Again, that message coming up about, am I interested in my self-love? And it's like, wow, okay, and then, seeing that that could also be, I love how it says people who uh, move in that aura, also you become a healer of helping others. So much about journaling what you've been through and what you have and all that also helps others through it. And maybe this other, you get to be present for them to help them, maybe like holding the rope as they climb up the cliff, that you don't have to be underneath pushing them and pulling them up. It's just holding the rope, allowing them to climb up themselves, giving them kind of a rooted foundation in a way, if that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Yes, absolutely. And you definitely can with the journey you've been on. So I like that. Boom, boom. All right, Shay Shay. That's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. Always good to laugh with you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we left off here. So let's scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. All right. Oh, okay, cool. So I see you put the questions right underneath the sticker. Okay, perfect. So, Supernova, we're back to you for 3 stickers, and the first one, So, what have you been learning? Let's take a look here and see what we've got coming in here. All right, so what the spirit wants you to know that you've been learning. So, we've got that one and that one, and that one. Okay, I want that one too. What do we got down here? Okay. Let me just scroll down to the bottom here. What's up? What's up? All right. So the bottom of the deck, you've got the star card. So again, you've really been clarifying more and more and more, learning about your dream, learning about the why, the how, the what. Um, the did I say the how already? It's just like this great awareness, this clarity that's coming in. There's also balance that comes in with this card too. So I like that, you know. And even here on the bottom, this is with this bird, it says you're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. So I feel like that's what you've been working on, replacing worry with optimism, your fears with hope, and then joy is becoming like you've been learning to have joy be your, um, what is it called? Default instead of being like something that has to be focused on so much. It's like joy is becoming your norm. That's what I was going to say is your norm, right? So I like that. Yay, thank you, Crow's Nest. Summary, I like it. All right, so let's take a look here and see what else you've been learning here. All right. Yeah. Yep. Okay, perfect. So, yes, exactly. So, Page of Fire, the Page of Wands is about new inspiration, new passion, new energy. So something that you've been realizing, is, and here's the energy, being energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. So you've been really focusing, that energy on here. The monarch butterfly, beautiful. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broaden horizons spark fresh and original ideas. That's what's happening here. You've got, going on here. So, we definitely, have that energy that's coming in, and you're realizing that. And so you've been redirecting a lot of your energy into those things, right? So I like that. Hey Brenda, sure. You can get on the list there. I got about an hour left, so I and I'll be coming back too if I don't get obviously I'm probably not going to get through all the free readings, so I also will be returning back this afternoon to finish out the free readings. So just a FYI to everyone. I know, right? Boom. And then you also have the Knight of Air, the Knight of Swords. So, movement of thought and belief and mindset. The way you're looking at things is changing too, with all of this. The thoroughbred horse, which decisive, focused, driven, impulsive. So, and so you're balancing all this passion with also like your higher mind, and so you're questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and that's what you've been working on. That has allowed you to release things and to be able to have this energy. And again, you've got this divine counterpart energy that's been showing up in couple of your readings already with the Empress and the Emperor, divine feminine, divine masculine, and of course, what would a reading be without you getting the Empress, right? You always get the Empress. Creativity, but you're balancing creativity with this Emperor energy, which is, um, you know, it's that Aries where they're this is what I want. This is the path. These are the steps, and I'm putting energy into it. So you're balancing one of the things that you're learning too. Yeah, and that makes sense with the star card with all this balance. You're balancing your creativity with action because we can just sit around and daydream and create, but if we don't put it out and do anything with it, then it's just like keeping the Mona Lisa in the bottom, in the basement where no one else sees it except for you. It's like what an awful waste of talent, right? It's like share it with the world. And so I feel like there is this great energy that comes in here with all that. So yeah, so that's what they want you to know. What you've been learning there. Boom, boom, boom. I like it. Just put these cards back together here. Just put them throughout the deck here. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. And then let's take a look here. So that was the what have you been learning? And definitely you can see that reflected in everything else that you're doing there, right? And then you have the sticker. That's my impression. And you want to know, how does your pill habit affect you, especially when you're on them? All right, let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. So, how is it impacting your life here? All right, on that one. All right. Oh, the raccoons. Yeah. Wow, you got all this energy. So on the bottom of the deck, let me just scroll down here. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So you got the renewal, which is the judgment card, your higher self calling you to this higher place, and the dreamer is the new start, the new beginning. You even got you've even got this the world card and the 10 of air, the 10 of swords, which all of this, sorry, let me see if I can do this. There we go. Um so here's the last card. Wait, here we go. The last card in the major arcana, which then brings, the full card that comes in. Let me see if I can do this. They're opposite on my screen here, so I'm trying to point at them, pointing the opposite. So here we go. You've got the end card and the beginning card. Well, you got card, this progression that's happening here, right? 20, 21, and then starting back over at the 0. The 10 of swords is leaving behind emotions and, well, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears. And so, there's this they're showing you that not to be so tough on yourself around it, but that regardless that you're on them, you're still doing all these things, whether you're when you're on them or not, the path is progressing. So it's just something that you have believed that you thought you need, but you really don't, right? And so, of course, I'm not a medical professional, so whether they're prescription or non-prescription or whatever, disclaimer, definitely check with, um, a medical professional around any kind of impacts beyond what is coming through in the tarot. Um, but I just feel like even the first card with the renewal, it's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. So, yeah, it's like there's a saying that it's, you know, your um your journey progresses. It's not a sometimes when we're like that's bad and you shouldn't do that, our ego is like, "Well, then I'm gonna do it," because it makes it, when it's a bad thing, it makes us want it even more. Like, whatever you do, don't look through that hole in the fence, and you do, and someone pokes your eye, and you're like, "What? What did you weren't supposed to look." "Well, you told me not to, and I just couldn't help myself," right? Um, yeah. Yeah, and you will either way. It's not something that, you know that hinders or helps. It's just something that it's a belief that you have that you can overcome, is what I feel with those cards. Let's see what these other ones bring in here too. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you do have this, the 5 of Cups. What's been helping is that you've been on this, here's the dragonfly, this transformation of emotions, right? And that 5 of Cups, we always come back to your part of your dream transforming lower vibrational emotion to higher vibrational emotion. And what a beautiful story that you'll be able to say, because you'll be able to um transform, and if these are not, prescribed medications, it's you'll be able to wean yourself off where you won't need them anymore, and that'll be a story for yourself. Or if you need to, like we mentioned before, if you need to get help, get a counselor, someone that will help you get to the root and help you, um, ease off of them or whatever, whatever you need to do, you will, because you do have this card here. You've got the death and rebirth card that comes in here with release, you know, and then you have balance coming in again with temperance and patience, coming in. You have the 10 of fire, the 10 of wands, too, um, that comes in here with, which is about a change of direction, of where you're investing your energy. Um, and so it's about realizing where all your energy is being invested in your life, and with a refocus and doing that, that can be, to a different direction. And you have the 6 of Pentacles, another balance card. So all this balancing that comes in. And so, yeah, so they are prescribed. So, if we talk to, whoever has prescribed them, and if it's been a while since it's been prescribed, you can we reevaluate this? Is there some other alternative? Can I, with whatever they're for, is there a natural way to try to change things and not have it be where there's a pill that you have to take for it, right? And so there is some reevaluation that can happen because you're so much more balanced in your life than you were, a while ago, right? But yeah, and so of course, encouraging you to involve whenever you're weaning yourself off any kind of medication, consult the medical professional or whoever, whatever professional assigned them for you to find different alternatives and for them to do any reevaluation or whatever. Because with all that balancing energy you have, made quite a difference there, right? Yeah, yeah, Johanna. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Thanks for saying it in the way that I was trying to say it, but yeah, there's herbs, natural stuff too, and you can ask them for alternatives and see if they can wean you off something, you know, man-made to something nature-made, too. But I feel like that it helps because it doesn't I feel like it doesn't necessarily hinder or help what your creativeness. I feel like it's just it's an emotional belief. It's as and your emotions have been transforming, so it does help you balance those things out too. So, and yeah. And then, hey, Kritika, shout out to another one of my YouTube channel members. Hey. All right, so that's what they want for that one for right now. And then moving on to the next one here, you have the solace or asleep icon. I don't know which one that is. So thank you for all of your multiple donations, Supernova. I really appreciate those. And you said, what else do you need to know about your pill habit from your spirit guides or maybe Kurt, right? Let's take a look here. What else about these here? I feel like they shared a lot about those, but let's see what we have here. So, all right. Yeah, and you got the moon card on the bottom, along with the king of water, which is the balancing between the head and the heart, and the moon, just about that being in tune with your intuition, and getting to anything that's below the surface. But there definitely is this balancing energy coming in because you got 3 cards, 1 card, 3 cards, which is all about balanced scales. So I feel like they're coming back to the balance, balance, balance. Let's see what balances things in the middle here. Yeah, you got the 7 of cups. Oh, all the kittens, the Maine Coon kittens. So 7 of cups, the emotional, instability, emotional confusion has been, at the center of all this, and that makes so much sense with the king of water and the moon, which is a lot of water. So emotions were at the core of a lot of this, and so, it just feels like with the balance there is of so much of this is getting to the root of those emotions, right? Bringing those hidden things to the surface, anything that's below the surface. And if you've been wanting, um, I don't know, we've talked about, any type of counseling or anybody that can be a third party that can help you, um, to get to the root, and then it gives you other tools, especially if, whatever the medications are for, if it is for anxiety or, anything, it might, be helpful. That's what the two different sides of these things are. Yeah. So on one side, you've got the page of air with the seagulls, which is a new way of thinking, higher way of thinking, seeing things from a different perspective, which you've been working on for a while, right? And then you also have the 10 of earth and the 2 of water. So there's a lot of to go here. The 10 of pentacles, the 10 of earth has to do with family, ancestry, the whole feelings of the outside world, and the 2 of cups to about um, love, but also relationship and self love, right? It's a huge piece of understanding all of that coming in. So that's on one side of the scale. And on the other side of the scale, you know, So there is this revelations on both sides of the scale, because the seven of air is about, discovering what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated us out of opportunities and stolen things out of our lives. And the ace of air, ace of pentacles. So you got the page and the ace, which is about new higher ways of looking at things and the transformation of it, which brings and you also have the page of fire under here, which is, heightened passion, heightened energy that comes in with all this too. So there is this balancing energy. I definitely feel like, at the core, what's in the middle of all of this that's transforming is, the um, emotional awareness and just getting to that helps transform things too. And I like it. I feel like it's an important thing. It is an important um, thing to not necessarily put off either, because when we've done all we've can, then, there's individuals who have studied and heard a lot and have a bunch of different tools. It's like a smorgasbord, a buffet of, you know, solutions and tools that can help us transform things. And when we go to them, it doesn't mean like, well, I'm going to have to do everything they say. No, they're just there to listen, to give you their opinion, to give you some options, and then you get to choose. So I just feel like there's an importance of that coming in. So um, do it, right? That's your spirit guides. Do it, do it. It just helps things flow um, so much more joyfully and easily too. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for that one. So again, thank you for all your multiple donations, Nova. I really appreciate those. Yeah, yeah. I have so many decks that I try to. You mentioned here you love how every stream uses a different deck. I do try to. Usually over a weekend, I'll use like a deck the whole weekend. But I've been procuring more. I know, and I have a ton, so I try to get through them all too, because I like keeping it fresh. Because I get bored easy too. So I'm like, I want to use something else. So I love it. All right. So thank you. And we'll come back I see you have a couple more. So we'll be back to you here momentarily. All right. And Crow's Nest, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. I want to know, how does Chris feel about you and his next actions? All right. Let's take a look here. What is going on with Christopher Robbins? All right. Let's take a look here. So how does he feel about you? All right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. So you got 1 and then 3 for that. And then what are his next actions? Can you tell us what? Got 2 and 2. All right. So the energy in the bottom of the deck overall we've got is the page of fire. So there is passion there. We do have that um, you know, physical and energetic attraction that does exist there. So let's see what else we have here. So when we were asking about how does he feel about you, we got so you have the page of fire underneath, and then you have the page of earth, which, does look like there's this, okay, that makes sense, a lot of that right here. There's this, thoughts of groundedness, of next steps, of next opportunities, you know? It is this, um, solidity, this wanting something more in the outside world, because the Earth of Pentacles is the outside world. So they are looking for new opportunity in the outside world with you and towards you. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. And, we've got this, page of water, page of cups. So new, heightened, you know, wow, you got 3 pages. Page of fire, page of earth, page of water. So definitely a heightened experience. So it does feel here that they're looking for more. And yeah, we got the 6 of pentacles and the 6 of air. So all these synchronicities, 3 pages and 2 sixes. 2 sixes um, can mean, it's very flowing energy. So it says that the path, you're on the path, it's unfolding. The 6 of earth is all about equal giving and receiving between one another. And the 6 of air, 6 of swords, is about movement away from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, from choppy waters to calmer waters. So it is a movement cards and flow here that's coming in. So woo-hoo-hoo. So this is what's going on inside of them. Let's take next a look at what are they going to do about it, right? I don't know why I had suddenly like a desire to do a New York accent or something. What are you going to do about it? Something like that. Let's take a look here. First, we've got you got the lovebirds, 2 of cups, and the justice card, which is interesting. There's this change, um, a switching out that's coming in here. Because the justice card here, it's the number 8 and number 11 in the tarot originally was the 8 was justice and 11 was the strength card. But modern, they switched it, since that came out, to be reversed. And so I feel like there's this reversal of tide of things, which is a positive thing here. The justice card again, this balancing of love coming in here with both of those together. So I feel like they're looking at this switch, the switcheroo of maybe it's like when 2 magnets, it's like trying to bring 2 magnets together that are the reversed polarity, and it's like, "Come on, come on," and then it's whoosh, right? It just feels like that kind of energy, like it's switching to draw to closer together. Let's see what these other 2 are here. Yeah. So I feel like they will be taking action here. We got the magician card, which is all about, divine masculine movement, taking initiative, moving forward. The 3 of pentacles is all about, usually it's about being true to your authentic self. And So I do feel like their next actions, though, are unique. I just feel like that's what this combination means. That, yeah, yeah, I feel it's very positive. And then there's like this, they're gonna take action, but they're gonna do it in their own unique way, and it's like, "Okay, get ready," right? Because they're not normal. They don't like being normal. They like doing things unexpected and different, and that had to do a lot of why there might have been resistance going on, because they don't like doing things the like everyone else. And so they're like, it just feels like I'm meeting expectations. Instead, when they feel like are no expectations, that's when they like to do it. They're reminding me here, like, I was probably a teenager, and my mom would always get on us about, um, you know, do the dishes. You need to go put the dishes in the dishwasher. That was one of our chores. Uh, you know, Teenagers, we were like, you don't remember all that stuff unless it's, right in front of your face. And I remember the day I remembered to do it on my own, and I'm headed to the sink to do it. And I'm like a foot away, and then my mom from the living room, don't forget to do the dishes. Oh, I I wanted to walk away and not do the dishes because it was expected, right? We have expectations and we have to do so much just to get up to it, just to ground zero. It's a lot of energy and we're like, I don't want to do it. But if there's no expectations and I do it, then it's abundance, right? And so it's really funny that this is their mentality towards relationships. They're like, "Ugh, it's just everything's so cliche and everything. I wanna do it differently. I want it to be me. I want it to be, not trying to live up to something, but expressing myself." And so that's how they're gonna do it in their own unique way. So celebrate it no matter how weird it is. It's like rewarding positive behavior, right? So, that's what is coming in there. Alright, so that's what they have for you, Crow's Nest. Very positive, I love it. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Alright, many, many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation, my dear. And hey, shout out to Magana, another one of my YouTube channel members. Hey! Good to see you guys. Alright. So we'll continue moving down the list here. So we are to Swaroop. Bobby, hello, Swaroop. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. You want to know CH's current feelings for you? A lot of confusion. Yeah, right? Let's take a look here. Yeah, topsy turvy CH. They're showing me like a rubber band, so it just feels like they're close and gone and close and forward. But it's like you're looking for consistency from a rubber band, which we get it. We all would like consistency, right? But all right, yeah. The bottom of the deck here. I mean, we got the eight of air, the eight of swords, which does show that they are becoming aware of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been making them feeling blinded and bound and trapped in the past, especially around love and interactions with people. So they're almost out of the cage there. You can see how the bird's on the open cage door. So they're almost there. And even your first card is the hanged man, which is them seeing things from a different perspective. And they're definitely in a transformative time of their life, right? And I don't feel like they have a whole lot of love for themselves. I feel like their heart is in a like a um, what do they call it? A soundproof room, locked in, like it's almost like a padded cell. They think their heart is crazy, so they've put it into a padded cell with a straitjacket, and, we do have with the 8 of air and the Knight of air, they are going through this transformative way of looking at, love and their life. Just in general, I feel they've got a lot of that going on, where all they're able to offer is this, passion. They can't offer, um like love because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves. Once they let that heart out of that padded cell and develop a self-love and a higher self-worth, then they're able to give that. But until then, if they love themselves this much, no matter how much love they want to give, it only drips out because this is the amount of self-love they have. And no matter how much love someone wants to give them, it just drips in. And so that's all they're able to offer right now as they're going through this transformation. And I don't feel like it's a fast moving because we have also got the Knight of Earth on the bottom of the deck, which shows that this process is taking a while. It's the slowest moving knight out of them all, so it's like kind of slow. But they do have, the Knight of Fire, which is a lot of passion movement, and the Ace of Fire. So they do have, you know, this ability to give and receive, physical and energetic attraction. Again, the passion, intimacy physically, but not emotionally. And they're working through a lot mentally. It'll be like this, but they're working through a lot mentally, figuring things out in their life. So, when we realize that no one can give us something that they can't give themselves, then, with this kind of, there's moments where they're able to open up briefly, then whoosh, back away again because um, it's like the the heart escapes its cell, and they're like, "No, no, no, get back in there," you know? So if that's kind of the confusion that you're having, that it feels like they're, you know, rubber banding, then, that's what's coming in there too. So, that's what's, coming in with that. So hopefully that helps bring a little more clarity. They just can't give you something that they can't give themselves yet. They're working on it, slow moving, working on it. But all they can give now is passion and that physical intimacy, but not emotional. And so, if you're willing to wait a while, then that can come in for you. So hopefully that helps. So thank you again for your donation there, Swaroop. Hang in there, and many blessings to you. All right, and then Jeep, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. You want to know a general career reading? All right, let's see what the energy is right now for your career here. So, what does Spirit want you to know about career? Okay, 1 and 2 and 1 and the bottom. All right. I love a squirrel. Bottom of the deck, you got the Four of Pentacles, which is a solid foundation in the outside world. But there's something about, the squirrels storing their nuts that's coming in here. And your spirit guides are funny. So, but it's about storing away, and that, they the stability comes later. It's like you're storing up, you're gathering nuts, and you're putting them in locations so that when winter comes, when the um, lack of them being available in the outside world, you're able to dig in and do this. So it's a solid foundation. So they're like, you don't have to worry. You just continue to do the gathering of the finances, gathering, storing up like a nest egg, storing up the nuts, right? The that a squirrel does, and then you're able to come back. And what's interesting is, when they bury some, it's funny that sometimes the squirrels forget that they buried something somewhere, and then because it's in the ground, it turns into a tree, which brings them more abundance later. So there is this interesting undertow of some things that are out there that will turn into fruit later, regarding your career, that have been that you've forgotten about, or that are dormant. They're secretly growing underneath, and they'll sprout and become something that gives you more than you had before, right? So I like that. We always like solid foundation of the pentacles, right? Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Yeah, and we see here there is this, Six of Cups, the Six of Water, which is this flow of emotion. And I feel like there is this when we're looking at these other cards, I feel like you've kind of gotten this a little bit before, where they're like, for your career, turn to your heart, get out of your head and into your heart, because, you'll gain this clarity around what it is you truly want to do, what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart feel full, which is coming in here. Because you've got the unity, which is the Hierophant, which is your higher self calling you to this higher place to bring in capital T truths of what your career really is meant to be. And the Seven of Swords, which the Seven of Swords is realizing what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have tricked us and had us believe certain things that have cheated us out of something bigger, right? And that's what's coming in here, is those supposed to be, should be's, need to be's. Well, this is what I should do with my life. This is what I'm supposed to, blah, 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 instead of this is what my heart's desire is, what I want to leave, like the imprint I want to leave on the world in during this lifetime, right? And you even have the Emperor energy here with the King of Fire, the King of Wands, who is all about, I determine what I want. I'm the one who decides. We have all this, opinions, and, like we talk about self-opposed advisors over our lives telling us all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and all that. But, there's this time that we're like, nope, I'm going to decide. I'm putting a plan together. I'm taking steps. So it is time to really look at what is it that I want truly, taking the time to do that because you want to find out what it is outside of all of that opinion, what it is you want to do. And then you put a plan together and you're the one who initiates and takes energy toward it. Now you're not alone in it. Spirit will guide you and support you in all of that, but you're the one driving the bus. They're just navigating and supporting you in the journey. So you're like, well, what should I do? It's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? And they're like, "Well, where should I drive?" "Well, you're driving, so you drive, and we're along for the ride. We're happy to go and support you wherever you wanna go, but what's gonna make you happy? Let's go somewhere you enjoy." You're like, "Well, people said we should go check out this." And they're like, "Yeah, but what do you wanna do?" And you're like, "Well, I really wouldn't want that. I wanna go this direction." Like, "Let's go." And so there's this you stepping forward, and then the universe supports wherever your energy is guiding you. But if you're choosing something out of fear or um, obligation. No, what do you want to do? And I feel like that's the message for you. So that's what they have for you, Jeep. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. And then Nova, we are back to another poopy emoticon. So thank you for your additional donation and your sticker there. And you're curious if you have any musical talent. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit um, wants you to know here. It's funny, your spirit guides rolling their eyes. Oh, really? Really? But it's funny. Yeah, the bottom of the deck, you have this awakening. This is the transformation. You have talent. You're developing talent. You know, so I like that. It's transformational. You are moving through those things and developing more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have the Ace of Swords too, which is this energy of learning and growing, seeing things from different perspectives. And so you do have talent, you're growing talent, you're learning new things. And that's the whole journey, right? If we are born with, the ultimate talent, or like in the Matrix, where they just load it in and then you just know it all, how fun would that be? The joy of learning is very important. You have the 10 of Pentacles here, which has to do with a full outside life. So you have these possibilities of full talent of the outside world, and I like this energy that comes with all this, because there is this um, you know fullness of life that comes with all of that. You have the Lovers and the High Priestess too, so your power of emotional choice and the High Priestess. So this tells me that there's a lot of hidden talent here too that you haven't even tapped into yet. And I like with the emotional choice that it's what opens up things, because you even have the 7 of Cups, which is a lot of it can mean emotional confusion. In this case, it's all this hidden talent, all these ways of, um, tapping into and sharing emotions with others. So I feel like there's multiple other things below the surface that, as you, with your power of emotional choice, um, as you transform different emotions within you, that it's like upgrades over and over and over again, that come in with it. So I really, really like that for you. So definitely, hopefully that helps reinforce they're like, yeah, you've got tons of talent that you've discovered. You got a lot of untapped talent too that you haven't brought out yet, but it's all the journey. So enjoy the process of it unfolding there. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you for that one, Supernova. Like it, like it, I like it. And then Danielle Pena, thank you so much for your donation and your patience in getting down here. I know it's been a little bit here. So thank you for that. You want to know, how does Adam feel about you currently? Let's take a look here. How does Adam feel about you currently? Right. That one, that one, that one. And those two. All right. What do we got going on here? All right. So 1, 2, 3, and 2. The bottom of the deck, you've got this King of Fire, the King of Wands. And so that does talk about that there's passion that's there. Hey. Yeah, thanks for adding to the good vibes too. Appreciate your energy. So they definitely, there is a physical and energetic attraction there. What I like about the King of Wands is that they're not like a little chihuahua that runs around humping everyone's legs. They're very um, particular about how they share their passion and with who. So, the king is more regal, has, more mature compared to like the prince who's out sleeping in boudoirs and whatever they call those things. They always show me like an old, Game of Thrones where it seems like everyone's off, in these with prostitutes and all this stuff, where the king is usually more regal and contained. So I like that kind of energy there because we do want that piece. Let's see what else they feel here too. All right. Wow. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I like this. So, you've got this because they had the King of Fire, but the Queen of Fire comes out. Divine counterparts. There's this wonderful energy between the two of you here. So they do feel this connection of passion and energy between the two of you, just very um, very queen-like. And you even got the Empress here too, which, again, the counterpart to the Emperor. She rolls over all the queens, and so he sees you as someone very sensual, very in control of your divine feminine energy, and very much this, you know, worthiness of, again, regal too. Someone who's worthy to be their queen, someone who's worthy to be their empress if he's the emperor. And so there is this mother nature, mother nurture. He sees you this way. He sees you in this, beautiful, huge heartedness. But again, there's that sensuality that's below the surface. So the Empress also has a ton of emotion that's not evident right away because the Empress rules over all four queens. All four queens get cups energy, plus the Queen of Cups has rules over her own. So it's 5 parts cups, 1 part earth, 1 part fire, 1 part air. Um, so there's a lot of emotion that's below the surface, but they're kind of slow at, bringing that forward, right? Because we got the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like whatever way they feel about you and the things go forward, your human is on board too, feeling like this is going to be, this, you know, um, for you, right? It's the wheel of fortune that you're going to see that what unfolds is for you. And it's very, of course, fortunate. So it's very positive here. And I feel like the wheels will start to turn and become faster as well. I feel like they're getting ready to kind of come out of this hermit mode. The 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles, 9, the number 9 in the major arcana is the hermit. Earth, Pentacles, outside world. I feel like they're kind of reserved. They kind of hold themselves back a bit. But I feel like with this dreamer card coming in, that they're, going to be kind of starting a new way of looking at things, this with less restrictions, less uh, I just feel like they're to the point where they might have had a bunch of rules around, who am I supposed to, um, be with and how and blah 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 blah. They're kind of just like, all right, I'm tired of all these rules and stuff. I want to take action. I want to make movement on this and do things out of order. So I like that. It feels very positive here. I feel like it will be soon. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got this, star card, which is like this dream come true type of energy that's going on between the two of you here. So I really like that, for you, Danielle. It just feels very, very positive, very, flowing coming in with all this. So I like it. I like it. So that's what they have coming in here. Hopefully that helps with the situation that's unfolding right now here. Okay, very good. So absolutely, and thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Hey, HTTPS. So only gonna be on for a couple more moments here. I've got so many more left. Oh my gosh, what an amazing day. Um, I just finished with Daniela. I should be able to get Infinity as one in here. And then for Brenda and Johanna's second question and Nova's two additional questions and HTTPS and Natalia. I will be back. Um, and I'm gonna be headed out here momentarily to go spend some time with my praying mantis members, but I didn't get any free readings, and I have a handful of donations too. So I'm going to do Infinity as one. I should be able to get that one in. Then I'm zipping over, and then I do need to run an errand and just eat something really quick, and then I'll be back on probably 3:30 my time, which is about 2.5 hours from now. Um, and if I can come back on sooner, I will. But I'll complete and all the donations will be done first, and then I'll complete all the free readings, and then I'll be back tonight as well at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So thank you guys so much. I'm so blessed, and I'm so appreciate all the donations. And sorry I didn't get to them as fast as I could here, but I definitely will be back, and you'll be prioritized. And we dive deeper into donations too. So thank you guys so much for your patience there. So let's give this love. I'm sorry, give this donation a love and a like, Infinity. Thank you so much for your donation. You want to know the current energies with you and the sports group. All right, let's take a look here. What is going on here? Energy with you and the sports group. All right. Well, you got the Knight of Fire on the bottom, so there's a lot of passion and charisma, a lot of movement and fiery energy going on here. Let's see if that's like a good a good energy or what it is. Wow. Yeah, it does feel wow, very renewed here. You've got the 5 of Pentacles, which is a transformation of, like, conflict and ways of looking at your worth in a low way, transforming into seeing it from a different perspective, and I like this, change that's coming in here because, we've got this, um, the Death and Rebirth card with the peacock. We also got the renewal card, which this is the judgment card, but this is the way they call it here, renewal. You got the sun card, which is about abundance, which is about the light shining upon things, revealing things, but it's a very beneficial type of card here. And then Empress, new birth, new harvest, mother nature, mother nurture, taking care of yourself and all too. But 4 major arcana out of the 5 cards, right? And what I like about all this is it's saying that, if you haven't restarted with this sports group, that it's so blessed to be able to do it, and to return to it. It's like coming back from the dead. It's like a resurrection, right? But that your return is very welcomed. It's very full. It's very I don't know, just celebrated in a way too. And so I like this, very welcoming, um, and I just feel like it's a significant part of your life path because when you get 4 major arcana do represent like, um, significant changes in our lives. It's whole new books and not just going to a different chapter, but moving to a whole new book, a whole new significant place in your life. So it's very supported, and I feel like you're part of what helps with all this is with that 5 of Pentacles, how you've made this change in how you look at your worth. That your worth and your sustenance comes from up above, where you're priceless, not the outside world, where fickle human beings when their inner child feels unsafe and out of control, they do this energy of um, stupid things, right? Because we withdraw, we get out of our intelligent mind, we do uncompassionate, unloving, unintelligent things. And so we realize, oh, okay, I don't define myself by the instability of them. I have found my inner confidence, my inner self love. And I feel like that's what's happened while you've been away from the sports place and that you're returning back to it. Or if you haven't, that returning back to it, you're different. A lot of people are different. But I just feel like it's such a beautiful energy. So if you're thinking you're seeing things, question what you think you're seeing and go back to that place inside. I love that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Infinity is one. Thank you again so much for your donation. And for everyone else, I didn't get to any of the free readings. I'm going to take screenshots real quick here so that when I return, I will, of course, complete all of the donations that I did not get to, and deepest apologies um, for that here. I shall return. And then I will post a comment at the end of the session when I come back, listing the order in which everything was completed so that you are able to find your readings more quickly. So I'm trying to do 2 things at one. I'm not doing too bad today. If you are looking for messages while you're waiting, I do have a ton of free content on my main page too. Um, and I'll probably just throw some quick links here before I head off. I'm almost done with the list here. Or taking screenshots is what I mean. All right. So right there. Toot, toot, toot. All right. Very good. So I have all those. And oops. Sorry, Nova. I'll grab your second question there. Yeah, perfect, Brenda. Yeah, I did see it up above. So I will return. But in the meantime, if you want to catch up on some things, we got the Scorpio um, full moon. Whoops, made it too big here. Let me grab this here. There we go. So here's the Scorpio full moon pick a card that came out this week. I also have a free podcast from Chaos to Cozy, which we just had a new one that came out. Also, I have the astrological energy if you want to know about the retrogrades in general, as well as the Mercury retrograde that we're in and the Saturn pre-shadow that we're in. Be sure to check those out. And also, we got the eclipse alert, which talks about the eclipse energy. Still going to impact us for about 4 to 6 new weeks. So just be aware of that. Also, Taurus season is starting today, so happy Taurus season. Here's a pick a card for everyone. And for Taurus sun babies, happy birthday. And there's a special 3-month bonus on there for you. And lastly, also we have May monthlies that came out for each individual zodiac sign. There's the playlist for it, so you can check those out too. So a lot of free content and these beautiful donations and my monthly subscribers and all those who purchase my um, services that I offer, everything listed in the description box. Because of you guys, I'm able to offer all of these free things and of course free readings, which I definitely want to come back on and complete because I know not everyone is able to make donations. So a big thank you to everyone, and remember, every second of every day of your life you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there, take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. I'll be back, like I said, in about 2.5 hours, and I'll finish off. I'll start with the donations first, and then complete out the free readings after that. So until then, much love to you. Hang in there, and we'll see you soon.